AFC team record predictions. This from Sports Illustrated. For the Browns, they say 9-8. They have the wins: Bengals at home, Steelers at home, Chargers at home, Giants at home, Dolphins, Cowboys at home. They have road wins at the Broncos, at the Commanders, and at the Saints. Losses: they have them losing to the Ravens and Chiefs at home. They have them losing away at the Bengals and Ravens and Steelers. They have them losing on the road to the Raiders, and in Philadelphia and in Jacksonville. Browns will be fighting for a playoff spot. A few games to keep a close eye on that could sway things. Road games with the Saints and Jaguars could be the keys, specifically Jacksonville. I would say road games against the Raiders. I don't know about that one. Losing 2 to the Ravens, I don't know about that either. It seems like the AFC North seems to split. But again, they have them at 2-4 in the North. I said 2-4, 3-3, 4-2. I couldn't argue with any of those.
Yeah, they all make sense. And I think obviously, the Browns beat all three of their AFC North teams this year. They've obviously with Kevin Stefanski in charge, they've been far better against the AFC North than they've been in previous years. And looking at the teams that specifically mentioned, obviously at Pittsburgh, that's been a bugaboo of this franchise, really basically never winning at Acrisure. I think only twice in their entire history, including that wild card game in 2020, were they able to do that. The only reason I will argue why I can understand at Raiders is because the NFL's weird. I mean, every team will have a game or two that they're not supposed to lose, but they end up losing. It's just part of the natural cycle of football. They're gonna have wins they probably don't deserve to have because they don't play as well as they should, but they just do enough to get the win. And then games where, they look like they should be a heavy favorite to win, but then they don't. It's just the weird nature of pro football. But yeah, looking at the schedule, I still think if you're a Browns fan, you should at least think 10-7, 11-6 are decent possibilities. Certainly, if Deshaun Watson plays like a top 10, even top 5 quarterback, you could be looking 12-5, maybe even 13-4. Certainly, it's going to hinge on Watson being what he is, because you would imagine there would still be a little bit of regression from the defense just because they're going up against better quarterbacks, and it's hard to sustain elite level defensive play year in and year out in this NFL.